Clark, for a man who had moderate ability on the pitch, he talks a good game. Thank you all for coming along today. We've been running this for a few years now, and this is, as Clark was saying, the biggest and hopefully the best that we've put on so far, so I hope you enjoy it. I came down from Manchester last night on the train and I was trying to follow the football scores on Twitter. Kept being interrupted by retweets from Troy about today. But whilst I was following those tweets on Twitter, it was actually looking at them and thinking, actually, how many of you are already talking about what you're passionate about, doing what you love? And today's a real chance for you to take that passion and that love and really extend it and make it something that you can make work for you as a profession. I'd like to introduce a few people that have... Did I just go silent? Best way to cut me off. A few people that have done exactly what you've done, sat here and thought, where do I go next? We are expecting one more. Is Cam here? Cam, make yourself known. No, he's not here. Let me introduce to you Alex Eckhout, Corey Hendricks-Jackman and Isaac Fannin. All three have been where you've sat and gone through this experience, and they want to tell you a little bit about their experience in getting here. Let's start with Alex. And Alex, I met you 3 years ago?
Yes.
When you were sat out there and you said you wanted to go and work for the Premier League. That's what you wanted to do. And here you are.
I said that exactly, but that is what I do now. I came here as meant to be. I was just finishing uni. I knew I wanted to work in sport.
I think we're struggling to hear you, Alex, unfortunately. Come and join me over here. Is that going to work? Okay.
So I was here 3 years ago, just about to finish uni. I knew I wanted to do something in football, and this just gave me a really great opportunity. I met Kathy Long, who works for the Premier League. We got to talking, and I ended up getting a temp role that turned into a permanent position, and I was just really grateful for the opportunity. And I would just say to everyone, don't be afraid to kind of really seize the day and speak to everyone that you can, because this is really a once a year, maybe once in a lifetime chance to speak to those who you wouldn't normally come into contact to. So don't be afraid to kind of pull someone aside and ask them what you need to.
Alex, one of the things is, it can be quite scary, daunting, can't it, when you go up and you meet these people in the flesh. What would your tip be for anyone as they're about to sit down with their mentor today?
I would say your mentors are probably just as nervous about meeting you, maybe nervous about what kind of advice they're going to be able to provide. So just speak to them like you would anyone else, and don't be afraid to sell yourself short, or don't sell yourself short, rather. And
you're available if anyone wants to come and talk to you as well.
Of course.
So go and grab her. That's the key about today as well. Do grab anyone that you think, maybe you might not be teamed with them, but do grab them if they're free, of course. And point them out. Thank you, Alex. Let's see if Isaac, if your mic works. Give it a tap for me. No? Come up here, Isaac. Now, I met Isaac again on a train. I meet a lot of people on the train. That's a good place to grab people as well, because they can't get away.
I tried.
You did try to get, that's true. Several train journeys later, we decided what you were going to do with your career, and now you're working at the BBC.
Yeah, I met Caroline a few years ago. I was working in recruitment after graduating from Leeds University, doing a broadcast postgraduate diploma. I moved down to London. I couldn't find any jobs in the media, so I moved down to London and worked in recruitment for a year. And on the way to doing recruitment, I met someone at the BBC who took on the role as a mentor. She got me doing an outreach project, which isn't exactly what I wanted to do, but it was a way in. So I travelled up from London to Manchester and did 2 weeks work experience with her on this outreach programme. And it ended up that I kind of made a great contact who got me an interview working in a casual job, which is where I met Caroline on one of her shows, the World Service show that she does every weekend. No worries. I was doing that for a year, every Saturday and Sunday, travelling up to Salford from London, whilst Monday to Friday doing my recruitment job. And last year I decided to kind of quit my recruitment job, take the risk, move up to Manchester, and see if I could make it into the BBC. 6 months later, I got a permanent position working as a broadcast assistant the BBC Sports News, so now I'm kind of living my dream, as it were, because I work for a company I always wanted to work for. So definitely my advice would be to just back yourself. If you really want to do something and you believe that you can do something, then just go for it. You know, there's nothing stopping you. If you back yourself, then you know you'll find people start to believe in you as well. So
Matt, you with faith as well, making sure that you go for something and you throw yourself.
yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't do it. I believe you don't do things half-hearted. If you really, really want something, then you've sort of got to go for it. Because if you don't, you're just going to be left with questions. What if I did this? What if I didn't do that? For me, it was the best decision I ever made, because now I work at the BBC and I'm here in front of you lovely people. So come and grab me later on today.
One of the other things you'll learn today is to project as well when you're talking, which we might have to do quite a bit. So let's invite up Corey. And Corey is one of those. Is yours working, Corey?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, sure.
I like it when.
No wonder it's working, because you actually work with Kick It Out. Tell us about your story.
Well, I was here at the Kick It Out conference last year, met Troy, and ever since then we've been in contact in regards to what Kick It Out have been doing, what opportunities there are for me, and one of which was a working placement program that they've started. Which I am on now, and I'm involved with the FA Quality Group here at Wembley.
And Corey, for you as well, there were opportunities, but there were knockbacks too. How important is it to keep on going, even though some might slam that door at some stage?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year since I've had an opportunity. I've only started the work program 4 weeks ago, so it's been a long year trying to get my foot in the door. And if you're not afraid for your foot to get a little bit hurt when they slam the door, you know, just keep sticking it in there, and the rewards will be just.
A testament to that. Thank you, Corey. And Corey, another of those that you'll be able to talk to throughout the day as well. Finally, let's bring in Cam. And Cam, a bit of a different experience in that you've been working at a football club.
Yeah, working at West Bromwich Albion, so helping coach the Colts there.
So you coach, how did that happen? How did you progress from what we're seeing today?
I've always been in coaching, grassroots coaching. So coming to the event last year, I met a lot of mentors, Trevor Hutton, and I got in contact with Lincoln Moses, who's from the Midlands, and he's done a lot of fantastic work, not just in the community, but you know, working all over the world. And got advice from him, got mentored from him, sat down with him for a long time, trying to map out in terms of the clubs that I was involved in the community as well, and how to help bring them along. The important thing was it wasn't just the one day when I came, and it's actually helped me all through until now, still progress, so it's lasted such a long time. And I think that's the main thing, that's such an important thing, that we don't just walk away from today thinking that's it, that we actually keep in touch and we help each other throughout. And I know I can just get the phone and just have a word with him no matter what. He advises me all the way. So.
And Lincoln's one of those great people that you can do that. But it's also about knowing how much time a mentor can give and being realistic as well about what you want from them.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you're not the only person that we're going to be helping out as well. And at the same time, the things that he's taught me as well, now we can start passing on as well ourselves as mentors.
Cam, Corey, Isaac and Alex, thank you very much. So just some of the examples of what you can do with today and how you can use it as well. So grab those people, make sure you know what you want from them, and make sure that you get those contacts that will help you as you progress, whatever it may be working in coaching, administration, on the BBC, or like Alex at the Premier League as well. Thank you for your time.